I am pondering the soul once again. Pondering the soul is my most favorite thing to do in this life. Understanding the soul, understanding all the different layers of our being, what makes us us. And there's been a flurry of Christian conversions by celebrity people recently, and I'm thinking of my own days as a Christian when I became a Christian, and really we're not aware of it that we're doing this, but I am aware of this now in hindsight because I have tapped into the unconscious side of me. And really, to follow Christ or to follow Jesus or to follow the Bible or to follow Christianity is inducting your soul into the hall of conformity. Every soul is conforming to a form of spirituality, one common form that we all adjust and shift and adapt to. None of our moves, none of our actions as a Christian are authentically us anymore. We are conformed to a set of rules that says basically you can't be yourself because you're a sinner. Being yourself is bad. And because we've heard that all of our growing up years in our Western culture, Christian culture, we dissociated from the self and only know it as bad. And at a subconscious level, because we have this belief that self is bad, it causes all kinds of problems for our human being. Causes all kinds of low self-esteem that leads to addictions. And addictions are just a form to try and escape this unconscious feeling of dis-ease about our genuine soul. We've been told you can't live what's innately true of you because of this self-image of the sinner. And so people self-abandon through drug use, through all kinds of addictions, just because they don't want to be their self. Their self has been judged by religion. And so the only other alternative is to turn your life over to Christ, to Jesus, and to live by proxy through His example, through His Spirit, because our own spirit is so bad. This is a delusion. And I can say this now because I see the other side of the coin. I healed and remedied the false self-image that I was, and recognized actually my divine nature and divine essence. I am a divine being, and how I was raised and what people said about me and how our human nature was judged does not determine of who we are. And I find it sad. Yes, you can get a high, you can get a buzz of the spiritual addiction. You can get a high of following Jesus and doing the rituals of baptism and stuff like that. And it makes you feel really good, because in your body you're getting a level of psychological release, and of course your body is going to release the dopamine hormones to make you feel better about yourself. Finally you are redeemed. Finally you are accepted by someone. You're accepted by God. That will give you a dopamine rush. But it does not fix your inherent lack of self-image. It doesn't fix your soul. It'll put a band-aid on your soul. It'll put a bandage on it and mute the pain a little bit, maybe even a big bit. But it's not going to last. You can function in this conformity and in this belief for a time and really, make yourself, convince yourself that this is the way, and if there is no other way, of course you're not going to look for anything else. This is going to be your truth, and you're fully convinced in it, but you're still living alienated from yourself. The self will never have a place at the table in Christianity. And sadly enough, we just exchange our many addictions with the biggest addiction that is available, and that is Christianity, that is spirituality, that is following this icon, this idol we know as Jesus Christ, and it'll give you your high, and it's an acceptable addiction, so you don't get any pressure from society. And yeah, you can feel quite good in that. You can feel quite good. But you are conformed into something that is not innately you. And so it's really just a conformist ideology, a conformist religion. And because billions of people are doing the same thing, it feels good, it feels right, because you have the energetic backup and validation. But these really are just psychological aspects of us, and when they get met with acceptance and validation, it feels good. It feels right. And I can't fault people for turning to religion to make themselves feel better, but that is not the ultimate truth. That's not the ultimate goal. The point is, you have to redeem yourself as self in your soul, fully accepting yourself, fully validating yourself, not by any proxy or any spiritual bypassing. You are worthy because you are worthy, not because someone died for you, but because you are made in the image of God. Your soul is the God soul spark. There's nothing else you need to do. You just need to know that at a deep level. And that would be your full redemption. No need to believe anything else.